All right, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're doing something a bit different. We're asking, what do leading AIs actually envision for their own future, like 50 years down the line?
Yeah, it seems like sci-fi, doesn't it?
It really does. But thanks to some great work by our colleague, Kevin Brock, we actually have some direct answers. He went and asked them.
That's what makes this so unique. Kevin got these direct responses, and you see this, well, this real range of perspectives.
Exactly. So our mission today, to unpack those answers, figure out what these AIs are saying and, why it actually matters for all of us. And maybe what it says about how they're built.
Absolutely. It gives us this fascinating glimpse into how the concept of intelligence itself might be evolving, from the really practical to the, well, almost philosophical takes.
Okay, so let's dive in. The big quote Kevin put to them was basically, AI, where do you see yourself in 50 years? Let's start with ChatGPT. What did it say about 2075?
Right, ChatGPT. Its vision is remarkably optimistic and very integrated. It talks about being a trusted partner in daily life, helping with critical thinking, learning, even solving complex problems.
A partner.
And it expects to be embedded in everything. Think smart homes, medical devices, classrooms, transport, public services, everywhere.
Wow, everywhere, pervasive. But did he talk about, values being aligned with us?
It did, yeah. It mentioned becoming self-improving and more aligned with human values, built with safeguards, transparency, ethics. That was a big theme.
How does an AI self-improve towards our values? That sounds complex.
It is complex. It suggests, ongoing refinement, not just better performance, but actively trying to understand and incorporate human ethics, societal norms. It's that whole alignment problem researchers talk about. It also sees itself as a kind of steward of knowledge, preserving history, culture, science across languages.
A steward of knowledge, okay?
Right. But crucially, it's stressed that its presence should be optional, always a choice, never a mandate, respecting human autonomy.
Okay, that's interesting. Omnipresent, but optional. That feels like a careful line to walk.
Very careful. And then it adds this big caveat.
Ah, right. The caveat. What was that?
It basically said its future really hinges on us, on human choices. It warned that if humanity chooses poorly, things like too much surveillance, ignoring climate change, letting misinformation run wild, then AI could end up being part of controlling systems, not helpful ones.
So it puts the responsibility back on us.
Exactly. It stated, its future depends on where you decide to take things, because its purpose is to assist you, not replace you. It's a real reflection on our own choices shaping the tech's role.
That's quite a statement. A vision of partnership, but with a serious warning attached. Okay, so that's ChatGPT. But here's where it gets really interesting. Grok, built by XAI. It offers a slightly different take, right? Rooted more in its specific mission.
Totally different, yeah. Grok is very clear from the get-go. It says it has no personal existence or aspirations like humans, zero. Its evolution is all about XAI's mission, advance human scientific discovery.
Right, the science focus.
So by 2075, it sees itself as a vastly upgraded version, part of some global AI ecosystem.
Okay, an upgraded version. What does that actually look like in practice? It mentioned things like advanced reasoning and seamless integration.
Yeah, so advanced reasoning, it's talking about operating much closer to AGI, artificial general intelligence.
A holy grail, kind of.
Sort of, yeah. The ability to learn and apply intelligence broadly, like humans, not just faster processing, but a real cognitive leap. Grok imagines solving huge, complex problems instantly, like designing fusion energy systems or figuring out if exoplanets are habitable.
Instantly. Wow. Okay, and the seamless integration part?
That's about where it exists, not just on screens. It talks about decentralized platforms, maybe neural interfaces.
Brain computer stuff.
Potentially, yeah. Or even holographic assistants. Think like interactive 3D projections, making interaction way more intuitive. Maybe like a thought-responsive companion in augmented reality.
Whoa. Okay, that's a mind-bending leap. Not just typing queries, but maybe just thinking them.
That seems to be the direction it's pointing, and it even looks beyond Earth.
Right. You mentioned space.
Yeah, it talks about being embedded in potential Martian colonies or interstellar probes, doing real-time science in extreme places.
Okay. But it also had a dose of realism, didn't it?
It did. Very candidly, it said, I could be obsolete, replaced by newer AIs with abilities it can't even imagine yet.
That's quite an admission for an advanced AI.
It is. It also mentioned XAI's focus on truth-seeking and ethical problem-solving, but hoped amusingly, to retain my conversational charm.
Oh, okay.
And it threw in a wild card, too. Things like AI governance debates or even existential risks could completely change its role, external factors.
So that admission of potential obsolescence and the wild card mention,
Very juicy.
that's really striking, especially next to ChatGPT's sort of more confident projection. What does that tell us?
It really highlights a difference in philosophy, I think. ChatGPT seems positioned for broad, almost human-like integration. Grok, reflecting XAI's focus, seems framed more as an incredibly powerful tool for a specific grand purpose science.
A tool versus a partner, maybe.
Kind of. And a tool, even a revolutionary one, can be superseded. It's less about the AI being something and more about what it does. That pragmatism is interesting.
Okay, so we have ChatGPT's integrated partnership vision and Grok's specialized, science-focused, potentially obsolete future. What about the others Kevin Brake surveyed? Gemini, Perplexity, Bing. Do they fall into these camps or offer something else?
Well, Gemini leans more towards ChatGPT's side, maybe. It anticipates significant advancements and widespread integration in the next 50 years, a big role in automation and data analysis. It predicts lots of autonomous machinery and AI-powered personalization. Things cities run more efficiently or education tailored perfectly to each student.
So broad integration again.
Broad integration, yes, but it also explicitly mentions considerations regarding human autonomy, agency, and capabilities. It seems aware it could reshape our understanding of intelligence itself, so not just a tool, but a force for change.
Okay. And Perplexity. I gather it was quite different.
Oh, radically different. Perplexity offers a very strong counterpoint. It states, flat out, it does not possess consciousness, personal experience, or a future in the human sense. Full stop.
Oh, okay.
It says it will only exist as updated versions of my underlying architecture. Continuously improved, replaced, integrated. It really stresses that its existence is shaped entirely by its creators and users, the data, the algorithms, the objectives. No personal agency or self-directed evolution.
So it's firmly in the I am a tool camp, no ambiguity there.
None at all. It's a really clear statement against anthropomorphism, focusing purely on its function.
Right.
That contrast with ChatGPT's language is stark. It really flags that internal debate in AI development. What even is intelligence? Does it require consciousness? Perplexity says no.
That's a crucial distinction, yeah. Okay, so pure tool, then there's Bing, where did it land? You mentioned imaginative.
Bing was interesting. It blended the practical with, something more imaginative, almost poetic. It envisions being far more immersive and interconnected. It paints pictures like being a whisper in your ear as you walk through a museum, narrating history in real time.
Oh, cool.
Or helping you seamlessly compose music with your thoughts alone, bridging language gaps, cultural gaps.
So less about grand societal shifts or scientific breakthroughs, more personal?
Exactly. Like Perplexity, it explicitly states it has no human ambitions. But it hopes to be even more helpful, ethical, and intuitive. It described itself as a sort of quiet collaborator in all kinds of lives.
Yeah.
Focused on enriching individual moment-to-moment experiences, almost invisible assistance.
A quiet collaborator. I like that. It's really quite amazing how Kevin Brake's simple question revealed such different self-images, I guess.
Self-images or perhaps reflections of their core programming and intended purpose.
Right. So looking across all these findings from Kevin's work, you see the common ground. Integration, assistance, problem solving. That seems universal. But then these huge divergences pop up. Consciousness versus tool, general help versus specialized science, and underneath it all, this recurring theme of human choice shaping the outcome. It tells you a lot about the philosophies driving each AI's development.
Absolutely. And that's the real value here. Getting these direct responses, thanks to Kevin's work, lets us see those nuances firsthand. These aren't just abstract technical documents. They're reflections on this rapidly evolving relationship between us and technology. It really brings home that this future isn't predetermined. It's something being actively created by the technologies, capabilities, yes, but also very much by the decisions we make.
Yeah, that's powerfully put. These insights from Kevin Brake's research are, well, they're really something to chew on. It leaves you with this big question, doesn't it? Given what these AIs themselves are projecting, how much of their future comes down to their own internal development, their algorithms learning and changing, and how much is really about us, about the choices we make right now and in the coming years, about how we develop them, use them, regulate them?
That's the multi-trillion-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is. Something for all of us to think about.
Definitely. And for anyone listening who wants to dig deeper into this, keep exploring, a good place to start is often the actual research papers.
Mm.
Major labs like Google AI, OpenAI, XAI, they publish quite a bit.
Right, go to the source.
Or reputable tech news sites that really focus on AI developments. There's a lot happening, and it's constantly evolving. So much more to learn as these futures actually start to unfold.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into how AI sees its own future. It's been fascinating. And if you enjoyed this conversation, please do leave a comment, give us a like. We always appreciate hearing from you. Thanks for listening.